South Jersey bad boys. South Jersey bad boys. South Jersey bad boys. I really thought you were going to join in.
I didn't want to.
Clearly.
This all goes back. You're a very unsupportive producer of this program. Wow.
The glue that holds this pod together.
I don't
Lucy.
support. I don't support any of Dan's endeavors.
Except for this one. I mean, he's been able to kind of sit and rot down this basement for the better part of the last year.
Yeah.
And you've been fairly supportive.
You know, I like it when Dan stays down here and doesn't bother me.
Well, you're in luck, sister, because he's been down here quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
I say it all the time. If I had a bathroom down here, I would change the locks on the door upstairs because I don't fucking need anything. And
You guys would just be living in a duplex.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, my neighbor upstairs.
yeah. I'd be
Aren't you married to her? Yeah, we kind of like to keep things separate.
Yeah, she's my roomie.
I got a lot going on down here. Just Dan fucking with AI.
I got everything I need down here: an internet connection, mushrooms, fucking a fucking fridge. I mean,
mushrooms and AI. That's
and AI. It's all I need. I'll be upstairs, like in bed, watching TV, and I just hear him cackling, laughing, and he's just down here alone.
Yeah.
He
just looking at my penis.
Yeah. Discovering it. You probably look at your penis the way that my 11th-month-old son is now discovering his.
Yeah,
like,
that's I just I'm like, and I'll just like yell at him, or I'll get a broom and just like bang on the floor and be like, "Will you keep it down?"
You guys are neighbors. You're not married.
We're not.
Yeah. And everyone, welcome my bitch wife to the podcast.
We got the bitch wife.
This is actually this is your third appearance and the first one with Brendan in person.
Yeah, I'm really excited to pod with Brendan, not so much with you.
You were on episode 8, episode 52, and now episode 66.
Well, you've usually been my fill-in.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I'm
usually
available or having a child.
You're a great seat filler. Yeah.
Great seat filler.
Yeah.
But Dan and I have been having a lot of domestic disputes, so like we really need help.
Really? Like violent ones?
No.
You're violent
Mostly
towards me.
Well, because you're so annoying.
Yeah.
So that causes you to want to lash out.
What's
violently?
the most annoying thing that he does in your like first
Talk.
thing that comes to mind? Yeah. Just everything he says.
And people wonder why she doesn't listen to an additional hour of me talking every week on this podcast.
Yeah, she's not tuning into the cast.
No,
a lot of people are shocked when she does not support any of my talkative endeavors.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I watch the clips. Like the clips are good. That's enough. Like
It
I
seems
just
like
need.
most people are just kind of tuning into the clips.
Yeah, they're good clips.
They are good clips.
They're great.
We got some good clips.
Yeah, I like them. It's great. If I could just get Dan in 30-second increments every hour and 45 minutes, like that would be perfect.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess that's life. Like, it makes sense that clips and stuff are so popular because give me 30 seconds of something.
Yeah, like attention span wise, like once he gets going, like it's
she just tunes right out. We got a few people that tune into full episodes. Our boy Sandoval down there I think he's from Panama. He's a big fan.
Tom Sandoval?
What?
Tom Sandoval?
Who the fuck is
That's
that?
what I was thinking. Bravo.
Right? Bravo.
No,
He's
just the
the
guy
most
named
hated man in America right now.
Oh,
you don't know about
Tom guy?
Sandoval? You
No.
got to get in
Yeah,
on this. This is some juicy, good Bravo.
Yeah, it's good.
Rach, I don't know if you can give like an encapsulation of like what he did, like a brief summary.
Basically, he was with his long-term girlfriend, Ariana Maddox, for like 10 plus years, and he started having an affair with her best friend.
Who was also
engaged to his best friend at one point.
Yeah.
So
and like Tom Sandoval, Tom Sandoval paid for the party where James proposed to Raquel.
Right.
And then they break up, Raquel and James, and like Tom was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start fucking her.
Yeah.
And he did.
Huh.
And then it just like blew up his life because like Ariana is a queen.
Right.
And he
now
just
everyone's
like
supporting her, obviously.
This is a very
and everyone's like, he's the biggest piece of dog shit on earth.
And they're trying on the new season of Vanderpump Rules that just started. They're trying to give him like a redemption arc.
So he's gonna be on it.
He's on it.
Oh, it's out.
Oh, it just started like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And it is bad because
he's very cringe. I mean, obviously,
he's so cringe,
yeah.
and he's got like a real motley crew of like friends that are like on the show now because no one will film with him. It's like the most random assortment of people.
Really?
Like they showed him having like
left.
a birthday party, and it was the saddest birthday party I've ever seen. Like
I think he is trying to create a PR campaign for You Gotta Feel Bad for Me.
Yeah, yeah.
It does kind of work because you're like, I mean, I can't imagine how like he feels being the most hated person.
No,
like,
totally. Like for
but
your mental
you also
health,
did it to yourself.
like it's bad, and like that's kind of like the spin that they're taking this season is like he's just like really low mentally, and they're like worried that he's gonna like take his life, which is like really serious.
He's
and
not
obviously
gonna take his fucking life. He's such a
narcissist.
Yeah.
Like he's definitely not, but they're like
He wants
trying
people
to
to think he's gonna
to
kill
take
himself.
that spin to get people to like pity him.
Yeah.
And it's like so frustrating to watch. Like
Yeah.
he needed to just go away.
But they know it's good ratings.
But like, people aren't even watching because they're like, no one wants to watch this.
Yeah. Yeah, like the most exciting stuff was the drama of like
was what
figuring
already
out
happened.
What
Yeah.
already happened. Yeah.
Is there any trash talk being thrown the way of the hussy that he banged?
Oh yeah, she had to like go away to like a mental health facility for like months.
Make her
Yeah.
Instagram private?
Yeah, like
Which I also feel was kind of an act too.
It was an
Obviously
act,
she's
like-
got to feel completely attacked too,
yeah.
but
You can't like
That is-
play smart and stupid though, and like that's what she was, I think, doing. And
yeah.
like,
I actually love that this is happening to rich people because that's a total Jerry Springer episode like theme right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's like a white trash move to do.
it
and-
was like, and it was hard. He was like having sex with Raquel, like in the house that he
Yeah.
lived in with
It was, like,
Ariana,
right under her
like
nose.
like right under her nose, like
right under her nose, and she didn't even sniff her own friend's vagina.
She didn't even
no,
sniff it,
she
dude.
didn't.
Oh, she didn't even
They're
smell
both
it?
kind of playing the like, like they're like, I'm sorry, but can you blame us for this? So like
Yeah.
their apologies don't really.
They don't
seem-
really. They're like, we were both in bad places,
Yeah.
and like
You got to just go, hey, I
yeah.
fucked up and I'm the biggest piece of shit of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
That's
I have
all
no
you can
problem
say.
saying that against myself.
I
but-
know.
You say that in your own head anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling myself that all day long. It's just
And then
a
I
running-
tell you,
And then you
I
tell me.
reinforce it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I would never do that to you, mainly because you don't have any hot friends. But that's besides the point. But yeah.
You don't think I have any hot friends?
No.
That's kind of fucked up.
But if you did, I think that
Wait, I'm actually upset that you wouldn't like have an affair with one of my friends.
Really? That is not what I expected you to say.
No, I'm more of a hot aunt kind of guy. So
Do you have any hot ants that you
No.
worried about? Because he does dress like a guy that maybe an aunt would be interested more so than a friend.
Aunt
really
Babs
does,
loves
yeah.
these Under Armour sneaks.
That's what I'm saying. So that's where it could get dangerous. You might be more worried, about him at a family party.
These
Yeah.
just scream, I'll go walking through the mall with you on a Sunday afternoon. And that's a
just-
total aunt move right there.
Yeah.
I
like-
just got you like such nice. I buy you such nice things.
And I wear them everywhere else, but when I do a podcast in my basement, I'm throwing on the mall walkers. What can I tell you?
I wish you wouldn't,
Why? It's kind of sex
because
appeal.
you're a reflection of me, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Yeah, I got my Kohl's jeans on with my Under Armour sneaks, and it's almost grass cutting season. So
Yeah.
you'll be able to smell these puppies from a mile away.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just upsetting, you know.
A quick question about this Bravo thing. Is Andy Cohen on this? Because I know he's got some allegations.
Oh yeah, we'll have to really dive into that.
Since we're on
Yeah.
the topic, we'll bring up the One News article a little earlier than usual in the podcast, but it's a hot topic right now. The headline is all for me. I mean, this is what does it for me. Andy Cohen denies allegations that he gives favorable treatment to housewives who do cocaine with him. So basically, there's a bunch of these bad broads, if we shall say, are getting a little upset that he is favoring some other broads on the show because he does cocaine with them. Is that the deal?
That seems
Yeah.
true.
And like honestly, like I also give favorable treatment to people who do cocaine with me. So
Who's doing cocaine with you?
I don't know. It just felt like a cool thing to say.
That just feels like there's one housewife that is getting left out of the party
that's
and it's
like-
like
But
ratted
that's
him out.
really what it is. It's Leah McSweeney, and this is so great because
Wow.
I just did like a Real Housewives of New York rewatch.
Okay.
So I watched from the beginning all the way through to the last season of like the OG like
Just to make
Real
sure you
Housewives of
understood
New
the
York.
characters and
Well, no,
the
just because
plot.
like I was sad, and so I was like, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch these rich white women like go on these crazy
Yeah.
trips and yell at each other. It makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah, and
That's
and
true.
You refused to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I never knew why. But
Stop
now we know.
it! I watch Real Housewives of Atlanta.
How
Yeah.
about Real Housewives of Acapulco, Mexico? Do you watch that
That
one?
one doesn't exist.
Oh, would you watch Real Housewives of Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, how about the thing I wanted to read about this, Leah McSweeney, is that how you say
Yeah,
her name?
Leah McSweeney.
So she joined the pile-on with her own suit, and she is claiming that Cohen, Bravo, NBC, the production companies, and producers have discriminated, harassed, and retaliated against her as a woman with disabilities such as alcohol use disorder, various mental health disorders, all in the name of selling drama. And my point with that is that women with disabilities with alcohol abuse, mental health disorders, and selling drama, that is like, I think that's the tagline for Bravo.
That's the show, is like women behaving badly, like
and
drunk
it's for,
women behaving badly. It's for
you're not on The View.
Drunk women.
Yeah,
That's literally the log line
like,
of the show.
It really is.
The thing with Leah
drunk
is
women doing cocaine, yelling at each other.
And it's for drunk women at home with mental health
create
issues.
dramas.
Yeah.
Matt, you wouldn't watch a show if they were like, you know what, we get along great.
Yeah, like that's boring. I don't want to watch. I want to watch the women yell at each other.
Is that why you're so rotten towards me? You want to make a reality show out of our house?
No, I just don't like you.
That's pure natural. That's not reality, stage TV.
There
is something about watching those shows where you see these bitches just yell at each other, and you do feel, you're like, man, at least I'm not as crazy as them.
Right.
You it feels better about yourself. Yeah. Just like watching a Dr. Phil show or Jerry Springer, you do feel good about yourself.
You feel better about yourself.
You know what? I got my shit together.
Absolutely. But Leah, like, she was an objectively bad housewife. Like, she came on, she acted like a drunk fool. Her big thing when she came on was that she had been sober for multiple years.
What a drunk fool.
And then she got back on the show and said, like, in like her first episode, like, I'm sober, like, I'm not gonna drink, like, whatever. The next episode, she's wasted, naked, throwing tiki torches at like someone's house in the Hamptons.
I know what I'm talking about.
And then she was a fucking drunk monster for the rest of the season.
Pretty awesome.
And then she had to deal with the consequences of her actions and her bad behavior on the show. So the next season that she came back, she was sober and she was fucking boring.
And now she's like, everyone's doing cocaine without me. And nobody wanted to.
Yeah, everyone's doing cocaine without me. Like no one wants to watch her. She was awful.
Right.
Like,
right.
Is she even a housewife? You said that she wasn't married.
I don't like the bitches that are fans of the show and then they weasel their way on there and then they start drama just to get on camera.
And then they're like a one-season wonder because that they were just a fan and they come on with an agenda.
That was the Raquel girl.
Yeah. All of them. Like,
I do like how we can loosely call these loose women a bunch of bitches because they kind of
it's fair game.
Yeah.
They call themselves that on the show. A lot,
that's the fun of the
they're
show.
They're awful to each other.
Is to watch and you go, look at these bitches. Yeah. You don't have to worry about it. You're like,
these
no, this
dumb drunk whores.
That's why I watch BET music videos. They use language that I then start using too. So
careful, Dan. Once again, every episode he drops one.
Yeah, I get awfully close. One of these episodes, maybe we'll do that for episode 100.
I love that he feels like he's walking a line instead of just being blatantly racist.
Oh my god.
Well, I think the reality TV that we could all get behind is Andy Cohen doing cocaine. Why isn't that just the TV show?
I would watch it.
That guy's for sure doing cocaine.
Oh my god, without a doubt. Have you seen him on CNN with Anderson Cooper on New Year's Eve? He's fucking wasted, probably doing rails off of Anderson Cooper, like during the commercial.
His penis.
Yeah.
And I would pay money. I would subscribe to that Patreon.
I would watch it.
Yeah, just boned up. Are they both gay, Anderson Coop?
Yes.
Okay.
And
they're best friends. They're gay besties.
Now, Andy Cohen is in the news for allegedly sexually assaulting a woman too, right?
It wasn't like sexual. It wasn't like physical sexual assault. But basically what happened was he was, I guess, wasted hanging out with another girl who was on Below Deck, Kate Chastain. Okay. She's amazing. She's so fucking funny.
Kate.
Yeah. She's amazing.
You're naming all the Bravo shows that I have happened to watch.
I know. So Below Deck is a good one. Yeah. And so basically the two of them were drunk, wasted off their minds, like, and they are joking around and they FaceTime Brandi Glanville, who was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Okay.
And basically, okay, so I have to like put a pin in that really quick because Brandi, she was recently just sued by another Bravo cast member from Ultimate Girls Trip, which is like...
Ultimate Girls Trip.
Yeah, which is crazy amazing.
Some would say it's the ultimate...
It is the ultimate...
Girls
I just when I was at your house the last time with Sam, we were watching it together. It's great. It's good stuff. But basically, Brandi was on a season of Ultimate Girls Trip that is never going to air because she sexually assaulted another cast member.
A guy or girl?
A girl.
Really?
Ooh.
Yes.
What'd she do? Flip her nip?
But
She lesbianist?
I think she's bisexual.
Okay.
Like,
She's just a good time.
she's just fun. And Brandy has a history of like bad behavior. Like when she was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, like she smacked Luther Vanderpump in the face. Like she tries to kiss women all the time. Like she's a problem herself. So then all that happened, and now Brandy is suing Andy Cohen because he was making like quote unquote unwanted sexual advances at her over FaceTime with
Over
Kate Chastain.
FaceTime?
So they
What?
Andy and Kate Chastain FaceTimed Andy Cohen and said that they were like, you know, all drunk and that they wanted to like have a threesome with her. And apparently Brandy's like response was like, yeah, I'm into it. Like I have this big pink dildo. Like let's fucking party.
Right.
Yeah.
But so what's the problem?
She's saying exactly. She's saying that like that was an unwanted like advance, and
Look,
that
you can
like
hang up
it
the
offended.
fucking phone. This
but,
is
like,
the most retarded
it's,
shit I've ever heard.
it's stupid.
That's
like
crazy.
it's truly
What
dumb.
the-
Like
You,
it's
how
just
can you
these
sexually
women.
assault somebody? Oh, I guess
Like
sexual assault.
Like it's like a not an
Verbal.
assault. It's like a verbal like unwanted sexual advance.
I guess sexual harassment is different
like
than
harassment.
sexual assault.
Yeah.
It says here that he allegedly sent her an inappropriate video, and then he subsequently apologized, saying the video was meant in jest.
But
Yes.
as we've previously discussed, gay men are allowed to grope women whenever they want. They're allowed to feel up chicks. That's part of being
Correct.
gay. That's part of the fun.
That's part of the fun. Yeah.
Because it's like, it doesn't count.
They go, look,
Yeah.
I've had it pretty tough, so I get to just feel up guys or girls whenever the fuck I want.
Exactly. Exactly.
Everyone
like,
knows gay guys get to sexually assault you.
they just get a free pass.
They get a free pass. They do it all the
Absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that, but like this like whole situation is just these loser women who like just need to let it fucking go. Like they had their 15 minutes. Like
Yeah.
they're big fucking losers, and they need to go away.
How much of these lawsuits will just get thrown in the trash, or like how?
Probably all of them.
Yeah, because you don't
like-
need any basis to file a lawsuit.
You can
Even
just like it's just nonsense.
I wonder how many of them will do lawsuits just for the sake of publicity, and they both maybe they
Yeah.
both know. They're like, hey, let's do this thing,
And I think
It'll
they
get
both-
in the news.
It's like
they
fake
both were a
lawsuits
part
getting
of
on.
that reality reckoning that we were talking about earlier that Bethany Frankel is doing as well. Like she was trying to be like, reality stars are underpaid. They work grueling hours. They're like forced to drink alcohol. Like blah 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 blah.
That's
They're not even
crazy.
working. They're partying with cameras in their faces.
Not to mention they go work at Home Depot.
And-
You don't
but
have to
they're
be on a
also
reality
making
show.
tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
Just filming their lives.
until they go to jail for tax evasion.
Correct.
yeah. I would love to see all of them in jail for tax evasion.
Yeah.
That's
So
what always
the
gets
one
them.
main one, Teresa of New Jersey.
Yeah, she went to jail.
She went to jail.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
She,
So
her,
that
and her
is
husband,
the
bank and
excitement
wire
of these
fraud.
shows.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
occasionally one of these bitches does go to jail.
That's how the season ends. Is just one of them getting locked up.
Yeah,
and then
Luann de Lesseps from New York. She was
that was-
wasted in Palm Beach, Florida after she had gotten divorced. She was absolutely wasted. She was trespassing, unknowingly trespassing, I will say. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt on that one. She went into the wrong hotel room. But then when they tried to arrest her and take her off the property, she assaulted a police officer. And she went to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she only went to jail like overnight, but like she had to go to rehab and like do all this
Oh.
stuff. But she like really turned it around and cleaned up her image. Yeah.
Wasn't there another one that kind of started like a entire Ponzi scheme sort of situation that was like
There was. I forget who
very
it was.
serious, where she just flat out lied to all of them and stole a shit ton of money,
So-
and still was on the show like lying to their faces.
That I don't remember, which is like weird because I'm such like a Bravo historian. But like Vicky Gunvalson from Real Housewives of Orange County, her fiance faked having cancer.
What?
And like that was a whole thing. Yeah. Like, so I don't know this Ponzi scheme.
I am
one.
absolutely
believe it, though.
floored that these
That must
whores
be-
are not
yeah.
the most upstanding women in society.
And like it's
I'm
just
floored.
it's just crazy.
But,
The
like-
whole thing is crazy.
It is good stuff though.
It is-
It's
entertaining
I'll never
to watch.
stop watching it. I will never stop.
Because that
I always like there is if you were like, let's watch it right now, like I never want to watch it. Like I'm always, my body is just, I'm like, I don't want to, but if it's on and all of a sudden my eye catches it, I'll sit down and I'm like, ooh, I am enjoying this.
You can't help it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they figured out what goes on in our human psyches as Americans.
You just see someone getting yelled at and you kind of want to, you're like,
you want to know why.
Here?
You just get sucked into it. You're like, what the fuck
And then
is
Sam's
happening?
like, well, she cheated on him with her. And you're like, okay, well, I'm sitting down now.
Yeah, you're invested.
I'm telling, it's just different variations of it. Like poor people like watching Jerry Springer and Maury. Upper class or middle class white women like the Bravo series. I don't like. There's all different types of. We just
do
do
you
comedy.
think I'm upper class?
I said or middle class.
I feel like actually a lot of poor people like the like the Real Housewives
because they like living in a reality that they're never going to obtain.
Yeah.
So you get to see these houses with marble floors. You'll never set foot on a marble floor
Because you won't let me buy it.
No, we're going to stay with the carpet we got at Aldi.
Yeah,
that carpet is from Home Depot.
Audi 3000.
Yeah, we got an Audi 3000 at the Catalina Wine Mixer down here. We're with boxed wine
And have you ever noticed our upstairs? It's a girl house. Like that's why Dan's not allowed upstairs.
down here it's for
like
the fellas.
it's a girl house upstairs.
What do you mean? This is not a girl. Is it a girl's house down here?
You mean to tell our viewers that you didn't decorate this studio?
You have the original like Mojo Dojo Casa house from Barbie.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I know you never saw Barbie. Did you see Barbie?
No.
Oh fuck.
I wouldn't be opposed to seeing. I just like I haven't gotten.
It was
around to
funny.
watching
It's on
it.
HBO. You should watch it.
I didn't
heard it was
see
alright.
Barbie, but we watched Oppenheimer, and now I'm even more confused on the whole Barbie and Oppenheimer thing. I know they came out at the same time, but those are such vastly different.
That was the point.
Yeah, but who that wants to go see Barbie would want to see Oppenheimer? I don't get it.
My friend Justine and Jesse, they did that, and after we watched Oppenheimer, I like literally texted her, and I was like, "How did you watch Barbie and Oppenheimer in the same day?" Like I felt like some kind of way. Like I really liked Oppenheimer.
Yeah, but it's also like
I was
3
like,
hours plus.
It
long.
was 3 hours long, but like, which was actually fine.
Yeah.
But like, I just had like so many thoughts and feelings like after watching Oppenheimer. I couldn't imagine going to go
Barbie.
watch Barbie.
And who has 5 hours of their day to block out?
I do.
Yeah, I'm
Do you know how much time I spend in bed? Like all of it.
You know how much
I
research
underestimated
that she's had to do to get all this knowledge?
Yeah. Like yeah.
I could ask her a legitimate question about like something actual that like pertains to our life, like about taxes or insurance rates, and she's like, I don't fucking know a thing. Just ask me who was on season 8 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey and got arrested for this.
But she's like, I did go to the movies for 6 hours this past week.
Last Friday, I got in bed at 2:30 in the afternoon, and I didn't get out of bed until the next day.
Really?
Well, I mean, I got up to like go potty and get snacks, but like
Thank
I
God.
was
That'd be
done.
pretty gross. If you're just a hamster just shitting in your bed, and Dan's got to come out and clean
Well, that's
it.
the only time I'm allowed out of the basement if I walk in there with one of those hospital pans for her to piss in.
Hey, Rachel, go run on your wheel.
Yeah, like I just like I'm not interested in not being in bed.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
I don't have a lot going on.
Yeah. This guy to take care of.
Well, I'm glad you could take some time out of your busy schedule to
know.
come on our
That's
program.
the fucking life, though.
Yeah.
Like, I dream of having nothing going on anymore.
It's really quite nice.
Don't ever change.
And that's why
Yeah.
I don't understand these people that make so much money and they just keep going and they keep going. I was like, don't you have enough money to retire to an island that you bought?
Yeah.
And just live out there. Like,
what do you think would be enough money for you to go, you know what? Like, I'm not working anymore.
I'm sorry.
Dan's like never, because he hoards our money like a motherfucker. It's so annoying.
Well, that's why if he got a big chunk of change there, he
Yeah.
might go, you know what? I can live off of this.
Yeah.
Like a squirrel.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, it will be in the long run like beneficial because like we'll be able to retire like in our 50s.
Yeah,
but
thank
like
God for him
thank God, because
watching
I
the
would
budget.
just like
You'd be working until you were 74.
and I would spend the rest of my time in bed.
Yeah.
In the bed.
And you'd be
because-
content with that, though.
And I would.
That's a good life,
Yeah.
though.
Working until you're 74.
She'd be like
No, I would be
Willy
miserable.
Wonka's family.
Yeah,
just,
I am like
you guys would just be all in the same
Yeah.
bed.
Grandpa Joe was my vision
You
board.
get up
like,
one day and you're like, oh, this bitch can walk. Yeah, she just likes being in bed.
I love being in bed.
You would have to relearn how to walk. That's what
I
happens
know.
if you spend too much time in bed.
Well, you just have to get through one song and you'll relearn how to walk. That's what happened in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That's true. That's based off a true
Yeah.
story. So
I got a golden ticket.
I don't know.
Yeah, all of a sudden they start playing music and his lazy ass relatives get up.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I didn't even know that was a plot in the movie. What the fuck?
That's the
Have
main
you ever
thing.
seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
When I was a kid.
I'm
are you talking
surprised
about
you
one
didn't go, who? Dan doesn't know who anyone is.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
He knows every zip code in Camden County,
but like I'll name like a well-known celebrity. I'll say like, oh, Courtney Cox, whatever. She's just who came to mind, and he'll be like, who?
I
Like,
know her. She's that plastic face fucking lady from Friends.
Yeah.
Not the one with the perky tits either. I'm talking about the other one.
She's got perky tits.
Does she?
Not the hard
Cox?
nipples.
Oh no, Jennifer Aniston always had hard nipples on
Yeah.
Friends.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
But Andy Cohen sent the video in jest.
Yeah.
Maybe he meant that he was ingesting the pink dildo. Is that what it was?
Maybe.
Yeah, who
I like
knows?
Andy Cohen, man. He seems like I would love to party with him.
Yeah,
But
he
he's
just seems
also,
like a
like-
really good partier. He's energetic. He is always like scratching his nose. He seems like my kind of guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like the other thing that people need to realize is that he's not even like in charge of anything at Bravo anymore. Like
He
he's
just
like
stirs
he's
shit
just
up.
like an executive producer of like some of the shows or probably all the shows and just hosts Watch What Happens Live. Like he doesn't pick the housewives.
Right.
He doesn't like he has no input. But
They
like
just bring
all
him in.
these
It's like, tell
dumb,
me what's going on here.
Yeah. How did that make you feel?
Wait, so she actually talked shit and said your daughter did cocaine? Why don't you tell me about that?
Yeah. Like that's like pretty much
And they're like, what?
And
Yeah.
they just go at each other's throats. They're just like some dogs that you piss off and they start fighting.
How do
Yeah.
you feel
Yeah.
about her talking shit about your boob job?
I would
Yeah.
be so good at that job. I'm such a good instigator.
Yeah.
You know I'm a good instigator.
Oh,
I
you're
get you-
on Facebook all the time.
Oh my god.
He's in lots of Facebook groups.
It's
Yeah.
too much. It's too much.
I am.
Well,
yeah.
You are, yeah.
Any
you
amount
need to,
is too much.
You need to spend some time in bed, like
Spend
just
some-
relax.
If I was in
Just-
bed, I'd be on Facebook talking shit in the Summerdale.
I know. I sleep next to you every night.
I'd be in the Summerdale yard sale group stirring some shit
I'll
up.
wake up in the night and like I'll just look like roll over or like I sleep with an eye mask. Like I'll lift the mask up and just like there's just Dan with his phone.
That's a scary-
Just like the glow of like the phone and he's just like tapping away.
That's a horror
and
movie.
My eyes are
and
darting
it's-
all over
yeah,
the place.
And
I'm
it's
just-
and it's Facebook. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you? It is 3 in the morning.
It's very Ted Bundy-esque.
What are
like
you
waking up
doing?
and just seeing him just looking around
Yeah.
and stuff.
You know what I'm doing at 3:30 in the morning on Facebook? I'm sending out pokes. I still do that. You ever get poked
You
on
can
Facebook?
poke people
Yikes.
still?
Yeah.
That is sexual assault.
What?
That
Poking somebody on
is sexual
Facebook?
Yeah.
assault.
That is unwanted
A
sexual.
poke,
Yeah.
a poke was the original sexual assault.
Yeah.
Yep. And I did it quite often
When
back
you
in the
got
day.
when old people started getting Facebook and started poking you,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh Jesus,
Yeah.
you got to get these uncles off Facebook.
Yeah.
You gotta get Dan off Facebook.
I had a bunch of old guys start poking me on Facebook when I was still in high school. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
a bit of a,
You used to get
Alarming.
poked in the locker room by your coach.
he was like, "Hey, can you pick up my jock strap off the floor?" And I
Yeah.
bent over, and they poked me on Facebook.
Guy was hilarious. He loved me.
Oh my god.
Actually, no, that high school teacher that I ended up getting fired. My whole scandal. He was one poking
God,
people
yeah.
on Facebook.
See, this has been a lifelong thing. Like Dan has just been like a little meddler weasel. Like just,
I always have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole school administration came after me. The vice principal added me on LinkedIn a few weeks ago. It's been a good
he
ride.
did.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why. I was like, why are you adding me? I was in your office every other week. Like,
Maybe he likes you.
Maybe he's gonna poke me. You poke someone on LinkedIn?
I don't know.
I'm gonna start poking recruiters on LinkedIn.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's me.
You had another. Not only are you going off about Bravo and everything, but you're really up on the fast food industry and their recent happenings.
Yeah, what's the scoop?
Now,
with that?
give us some backstory here. You're a fast food connoisseur.
I love fast food. Although I will say the last time I had Wendy's, I got diarrhea really bad.
I've been
so
hitting
like
Wendy's
I
a
will
lot
not
recently.
be eating Wendy's anytime in the near future.
I've been hitting it on many of Fridays the past like month or two. And
Do you go to the one on
No,
the
it-
White Horse Pike?
No, it's in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
so I haven't
okay.
been going to the local ones. It's just like at work. I'll get
okay.
over lunch. And it's been holding up for me. No diarrhea
Yeah.
yet.
Oh, it was bad. That was when we went to your company Christmas party, and I was
You-
so.
Did you blow up a Wendy's
He
bathroom?
blew it out.
No, I secretly went to Wendy's and paid in cash so that Dan wouldn't
So
know.
Wait a second.
So there's no paper trail?
Wait a second. We don't have a paper trail on the budget on you going to Wendy's?
Just give me this stuff and let me get the fuck out of here. My husband's going to be here any minute.
She walked in there scratching herself.
Have it ready for me.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Have the 5-piece ready. I'll be there in a minute.
And I'll take the biggie bag, please.
Yeah.
I probably took the cash from your wallet. Like, I don't even know why I had cash.
It's gotten that bad.
How manipulative are you where you get a drunk guy all hopped up and then you take his money to go to Wendy's?
Were you drunk? I went during the day. I was on my way home from work. No, I don't know when I acquired the cash, but I had
slipped out for a midnight frosty.
Wait, when did you go to Wendy's? You said during my company holiday party when I was exposing myself to multiple women?
No. That day I went to work in the office and I forgot my lunch and I was so hungry driving home. It was like 3:00-ish and I was on route. I had like just come off 295. I'm on Route 30 and I didn't see the Wendy's and I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna get the Wendy's. Like, I'm so fucking hungry. Like, I even, like, I think I hid the bag in the trash can. Like,
you're a fucking psycho.
I'm the psycho.
Yeah.
Why did you feel that you had to hide it?
Budgetary reasons.
I got a budget that tracks every fucking purchase.
I can't, like...
Now she's getting a whole...
paid in cash.
She's getting a hold of cash like she's Walter White trying to make a dirty deal somewhere.
Wait, this story...
You didn't see anything.
Yeah. This story actually ends really funny, too. So, okay, so...
You came home and you left a giant fucking...
You blew out the toilet and you're like, Dan...
So, I ate it...
Funny story.
I ate it really fast in the car. And I think that was the problem, is that, like, I don't even think I chewed it. Like, I was, number one, so hungry. Number two, I needed to finish it before I got to our house.
Right.
So, like, it's only like 5 minutes from the Wendy's to here. So I'm like, okay, I need to like just hork this down and then like hide the evidence. And so
it's like you were dumping a body. You're like, I gotta get done with this shit quick and get rid of the evidence.
Yes. So we come home and I'm like immediately like, oh, this is not going to be good. Like, this is not going to be good. So I go to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is bad. And so we have to go to
It hits you that quick.
Oh, it hit me like a fucking train. Like,
wow.
Oh, it was bad.
Did you almost shit your pants?
Thankfully, no. But then
you made it in time.
I made it in time because it didn't really like hit me until I was home and like getting ready to go to like the company party. And so I'm like taking Pepto-Bismol, like trying to just like do everything I can to
this
like
is your prep for the holiday party.
Yeah, like,
trying to keep the Wendy's out of your from falling out of your asshole.
Yeah. So then, we are in the car, and do you remember me being like, "Oh my god, my stomach hurts so bad. Like I don't know why my tummy hurts." Like playing,
trying to make it cute by calling it a tummy.
Yeah, like my tummy hurts.
My tummy hurts. Meanwhile, you're like, I have explosive diarrhea because I ate Wendy's. In 2 minutes.
Wow, Dave's double's ripping right through me. Wow, your version of being a cheating spouse is going to bang Dave at the Wendy's drive-thru and get a little biggie-sized double.
If Rachel ever goes missing, you know where to find her.
Yeah, I'm in a drive-thru. Well, it's not. I won't go to Wendy's anymore because it was so we...
Was it the Wendy's or was it the way that you consumed it?
It's probably the way that I consumed it, like a fucking animal.
Yeah, don't put this on Wendy's.
What did
I get? I got 2 cheeseburgers, a small fry, and a Coke Zero.
You ate that in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Big girl's gotta eat. Damn, you shoveled it on down.
I really did.
You got home and you had to get the smell off you too.
Oh, I had to like shower like the whole thing.
You really are like
you had on another. You put on another man's cologne.
Yeah. Yeah, damn, I smell like Dave.
Yeah.
She's wearing Febreze. What? This is what I always wear.
Yeah. So we get to the place and like the restaurant is so good, but like my stomach hurts and I'd taken the Pepto and like sometimes you take Pepto and you're like I feel like I don't know, gross and weird.
Sure.
So I'm feeling gross and weird, but I proceed to like have a very dirty gin martini because gin is medicine. And then I had 2 glasses of wine, and then I ate a steak and a potato and like a hot fudge sundae.
All in a day's work.
I had to act like nothing was wrong.
Dude, she's a fucking.
You had to do it.
She's a fucking trucker.
I am a beast. Like,
she comes home and she's like, "Hey, I gotta take a leak."
Holy
I love
shit!
telling Dan that I have to rip a piss.
Yeah, she's like, "I gotta rip a piss right now."
Lifts your leg at the urinal. I was wondering why you guys had a urinal upstairs.
Yeah, it's one of those like metal troughs that you see in sports bars. Yeah. She just bends over it. Yeah.
My God.
So naturally, then we get home and like we're in the car on the way home, and I'm like, oh my God.
Wrecked.
I was
both
like, oh
wasted.
my God. I'm like, I wasn't even drunk. Like that's nothing.
Oh, what? Throwing back a bunch of gin and wine, and you're like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I was fine. No. So we were driving home and I'm like, ugh, like my stomach's doing like that like crampy thing. And I'm like, oh no. So we get home and our dog sitter's here. And I love her. She's so sweet, but she would not shut the fuck up. And I was like, I am going to shit myself in the kitchen.
Yeah, you're like,
so
lady.
I excuse myself and go in the bathroom and do what I need to do and then come back and she's still there. And I'm like, oh my God. But now at this point, my stomach is hurting so bad that I'm like, I'm going to throw up. And I'm a vomiter. You look at me funny and I'm going to throw up. Like
she vomits, she screams. She's like, ah! It sounds like one of those, like, remember when a goat's laughing or a YouTube compilation? She's like, ah!
It's like that stock yell that they have like in Star Wars when they throw somebody down. It's like, oh!
That's exactly.
When we started dating and I was living in Fairmount, I had a bedroom, like it was a 2-bedroom apartment. I was in the back bedroom and the bathroom was at the front. And she had to throw up some night, or you were doing something, and I was playing Xbox Live.
It was the first
Wait, this is going somewhere.
No, you're gonna tell it wrong. I can feel it, but go on.
Just let me do it.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there.
I can feel it.
Coming in my ass.
I hate when he sings.
You were going to finish that for me.
Hello.
So where we go with your story?
So I'm playing Xbox Live. I got a headset on and everything, and then she goes back and starts puking, and I didn't hear it at first. And
You're not telling it right.
So I just had to lift it off, and I'm like, is she
already wrong.
And then I hear you going,
wrong.
And then
wrong.
You know what I did?
You're telling the story wrong.
That's not very good for
You're wrong. I don't care. You're wrong.
Well, you know what I did? After hearing you were puking, I put my headset back on and went right back to playing video games.
That's not how it happened.
What's the discrepancy?
So here's what happened. I was leaving my job.
Did you get fired from that one too?
I was weirdly laid off.
Yeah, I was weirdly laid off.
The economy was shit back then.
It was really bad in 2016. No, I left my post-grad job that I worked at for 6 years to go to a different company. And we had my going away party with all my work friends, and we went to Pinsetters. Have you ever been to Pinsetters?
Oh yeah, it's a great
Love
time.
Pinsetters. I got fucking wasted.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah.
It's so unlike you.
It's so
Someone like
unlike
Rachel
me.
get wasted and shit herself from all the Wendy's she houses.
I didn't even get to finish the Wendy's story yet because there's still more to it.
Oh
but
let's
just go on this.
You got
trail.
derailed into a different shit story.
Yeah. So we had only been dating for 4 months at this point, and we were staying at I was living in Philly too, but we were staying at his place, and I was like, I'm gonna throw up. But at this point, and I have to Dan's roommate was living not in his bedroom, but in his, and I'm sorry, Chuck, if you're listening to this, but he was living in the living room, sleeping in the living room because he had bed bugs or something in his bedroom, and he dog shit everywhere, and he just moved out to the couch. And I was like, I don't want to go out there because he's literally just sitting right next to the toilet, the bathroom. So Dan gets me the kitchen trash can, and he's playing PlayStation or whatever it was, Xbox.
You just go right back to video games.
He did.
Here's a trash can, bitch.
He went because I know if I'm throwing up, I'm so good at it. I don't need help. I don't need anyone to hold my hair back.
We were also dating 4 months at that point, so you didn't want me listening to her going, ah!
Yeah.
That's
now I don't care.
That you just kind of sat back and you were like, she's got this.
Yeah, he really did. It was the nicest thing he's ever done because I don't if I'm throwing up, I don't want you to touch me. I don't want you near me. I
get that. Yeah.
It's private.
I like how you can say
I feel the same way.
The nicest thing I've ever done for you was just letting you puke in silence.
Yeah.
Over the course of 8 years.
Yeah. It was one of the kindest things Dan's ever done.
Really setting the bar low, dude.
Yeah.
And but he did, it is true that I was vomiting in the bedroom in the kitchen trash can while he played Call of Duty or GTA or whatever you were playing.
I was playing Call of Duty. I was in a team deathmatch.
Because I am an aggressive vomiter, at some point I was like, Dan, I need to make noise. I need to I need to get it. I need to let loose.
Yeah.
Right.
So I did end up eventually going in the bathroom to just get that final blow.
Yeah.
Just hit the final chapter.
Wait, which also happened on my bachelorette party. I
Weird.
got drunk. And obviously,
I'm sensing a theme of you getting wasted and
was
puking.
throwing up in the bathroom. But I was sharing a room with my sister and my sister-in-law, and my poor sister-in-law was pregnant. I'm like, she doesn't need to hear me throwing up, and my sister, whatever. So I'm throwing up, and then I'm I need to go like be loud. So I like go downstairs.
You're very courteous in that regard, where you go, hey, I'm going to take this elsewhere.
Yeah. So I took it downstairs, and some of my friends were still awake. So I was just like, guys, listen, like I am throwing up. Like I need to just like get this out. Like don't, like I'm fine. Like just leave me alone. And then the next day, my sister told me that she heard me throwing up and that she didn't want to come and help me because I made a bad choice. And that was, I just had to deal with the consequences, which I mean, I did. Like,
sure.
But I was also on my bachelorette party.
Yeah, don't tell me I made a bad choice as if you don't know.
As if you don't know you were getting married to me. Yeah. You knew you were making a bad choice.
But to finish out the Wendy's story, I am having all these stomach issues. We're in the like diarrhea, like everything. And then I'm like, I'm actually going to throw up. Like like everything is just like. Why not
throw that in the mix?
Why not throw that in the mix? So I tell Dan that that I need to throw up, and so I go in the little bathroom. So because I am loud, I go in the little bathroom on the one end of the house, and then I'm not gonna...
Oh my god, she's about to throw up on the gas. She's about to go. Do not look my way, Rach. All this talk about puke. She's like, and here's the fun. Whoa! Sorry. What am I on my bachelorette party right now?
I thought she was going to end the story by
I got genuinely scared. I flinched because I was like, I think she's about to projectile all over me and Dan.
I think I know the end of the story. You went in the other bathroom to eat more Wendy's, didn't you?
Yeah. She had some stuffed under the sink.
I went in the bathroom and I'm throwing up, but then I'm like, oh my god, like I'm gonna shit too. So, but I had a bodysuit on. So girls. I did take
all our girl listeners.
Yeah.
Girls,
like
you ever be shitting and throwing up out both ends.
You ever be shitting
in a
wearing
your bodysuit?
Yeah. Like I had to take the bodysuit off so that I could get on the toilet and like also throw like throw them at the same time.
So now you're fully naked, upside down, shitting and throwing up.
So now I'm fully naked, and I just text Dan, and I'm like, "Hey, can you bring me some sweatpants?"
You come out in a different outfit,
and he just goes.
This person at your house must have been like, "What the fuck is going on?"
She was gone by then.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because it was the next day.
Like I had to throw up because I was holding in my diarrhea for so long, and like whatever else was happening, like the food and the Pepto and just like everything was wrong.
Did I don't even remember this. Did I deliver the sweatpants?
You did, but you just you didn't like ask me if I was okay or like anything. You just like left them outside the door. Then I got and you were just like, I didn't know what was wrong. I'm like, did you think I shat my pants?
Yeah, because I was.
That's not that crazy.
That's not that crazy.
To think you clearly.
I was delivering your sweatpants like they do a meal to somebody on death row. Yeah. I just slide it very quietly.
Yeah, he just left it outside the door.
Yeah, you're on your fucking own.
Because I wasn't gonna like walk like naked like across like the
naked covered in vomit and diarrhea.
Yeah.
No.
Man, if we didn't have any lady listeners before this, we sure do now.
Yeah.
The girlies who know, they know.
Yeah.
They thought they were in for a real
you ever be shitting and throwing up at the same time in a bodysuit, girl?
And it was like a thong bodysuit. Like it was a problem.
That's kind of hot.
Ew.
We had a lot to discuss besides your bodily fluids. I know. Actually, you had a story with old Jackson.
Speaking of shit, dude. Jack's got a little diaper rash, so I get home from work. I just get home, like sitting for like 10 minutes, and we got him airing out his, his little body because we're trying to air out this diaper rash, and he just fully shits on the floor.
Fuck!
Steps in it, hand goes in it. We're like picking him up. We got to like hold him over the sink.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of dishes in the sink, so I'm taking him out. Sam's holding him over. He like puts his hand in his mouth. We're like, no. Oh. So that happens. We're cleaning him up. It's absolutely disgusting. And then later on, he puked all over me.
This sounds like a weekend with me and Rachel.
Yeah. You guys should get together sometime because you'd have a lot in common.
Yeah.
This kid.
Jack can just puke and shit.
Just all day together. Shitting. So that was me before the cast tonight.
Yeah.
It was pretty tight.
Hot damn. Well, we
good time. Oh, sorry.
Man, we got a couple other pieces to talk about. Speaking about our women listeners here, here's a study that has come out. More women may be psychopaths than previously thought, said expert.
Exhibit A.
Dr. Clive Body says assessment skews towards obvious male traits, but female psychopathy is more subtle. So what are your thoughts on that, female guest?
Female psychopath of the week.
Yeah, I mean, bitches be crazy. Like,
but in what ways would you think they're more subtle? Like when they say that, like
they're not subtle. That's the thing. Like I don't know. Like
so they said that psychopaths are usually typically after money, power, and control, but the behavior of female psychopaths seems to be subtle enough and less obvious than males, and it's not recognized as much. They are prone to expressing violence verbally rather than physically. True.
Verbally? I hit you all the time.
Yeah, but you're verbally violent as well. With the violence being of relational and emotional nature, more subtle and less obvious than expressed by male psychopaths.
I hope to God that this article is written by a lady, because wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, that would be.
It sounds like every dude complaining about his wife.
That's like, we were just talking, Dan and I were just arguing about this earlier, so...
I mean, so far, pretty spot on.
Yeah, like
it is. Yeah, the secondary element were largely based on the studies of criminals who were in jail at the same time as a psychopath. Feeling is among researchers that most of these measures are not suited to identifying female psychopathy. There's been fewer studies looking at psychopathy in women than men. So there you go. Yeah, that's probably why they. There's not
also probably it's been looked at less because less women kill people. So that's less interesting.
Is that true?
Well, there's definitely male. Way more male murderers.
Why are there any female serial killers?
Yeah, but there's not. There's like it's way more men.
Yeah.
But so like they probably don't study women psychopaths as much, because you see somebody kill somebody, you're like, psychopath. Let's get in there. Yeah. It's an obvious. But women are maybe there's some women psychopaths out there that aren't murdering people.
Yeah.
But are doing it in different ways, and
they're craftier.
They're craftier. They're not studied upon because of that.
Here's the stats that they basically came out of it. That estimates show that about 23% of men who, although they're not categorically psychopathic, they have enough of the traits to be problematic. His own research, based on the same types of surveys of white-collar workers, suggested that these traits were not uncommon in females. Around 12 to 13% of females have enough of these traits to be considered problematic.
I like that he said based on his own research, where he's like, based off the bitches I've dated in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's your research?
All of my ex-wives.
He's like, look, they say it's mostly men, but from what I can tell, these bitches be crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, if you did a survey of the women that have dated me, they're probably psychopaths as well. You ever dated a crazy girl?
I'm trying to think of the craziest girl that I ever dated, because I never like was in a lot of long-term relationships, and most of them were like immature ones in high school and stuff like that. But there was definitely some, like when I was a young man, some really like batshit crazy. There's one girl I can't even talk about.
Like teenage girls, though.
Teenage girl, like some batshit crazy stuff.
But that's when we're at our worst, is when we're teenagers.
Yeah, it was the teenage years were the craziest girls that I ever interacted with.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a teenage girl that lit my clothes on fire on my front lawn. And then the psycho from high school that I dated came to visit me in college, and that was the whole dick in the head situation.
Yes.
You remember that one?
Yeah, and I
went to a party, and if you could believe I did this, I had someone shave a dick into my head. So like the balls were back here and the shaft came up my head, and then like a penis tip at the front. And we were
circumcised.
We were walking back into my dorm, me and this crazy girl, and one of my friends who was a girl came out of the dorm, and she saw my haircut, and she's like, "Nice dick, Dan." And the girlfriend heard that and was like, "What?" We were like fucking wasted. She's like, "That bitch see your dick?" And she just unloaded on me. She popped me right in the mouth, and there was blood everywhere.
Oh my God.
So she hit me and was like getting into an altercation. Public safety is walking by and they see this entire thing happen, so they walk up to me. She puts her hand over my mouth like this, like she was covering my mouth, and the public safety people were like, "Is there a problem here?" And she's like, "No, we're fine." And they're like, "Okay, we didn't see anything."
God, you got domestic abuse.
Yeah. So that's just probably the fourth most psycho person.
She was basically like, he fell.
Yeah.
He fell down the stairs. Nothing to see here, officer.
I had a funny story in high school of a girl doing something crazy to me. I went to, I think it was like my sophomore cotillion with this girl. And I guess we were like maybe like not dating or something, but maybe like, hanging out for a while. And she was like a year or two older than me or something. So it was like, in high school, if you're dating a girl that's older than you, that's like a big, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So, but she was like unbelievably mean to me. She was just like really mean.
Yeah.
And I think after a little while, I was like, hey, like what the fuck's like?
Yeah, like, are you okay?
I was like, this is not like, I'm not really enjoying this. And I think I can't remember like what started the beef or whatever, but I think what started was, I think I was like, hey, like we should like break up or like whatever.
Yeah, like this isn't working.
I ended it basically, and she was like, this is not, you don't do that to me. I'm like the older like
shit.
upperclassmen, and she was like,
I'm the upperclassmen.
What a move.
She didn't say that, but she was like, what? Like, you can't do this to me.
Yeah.
I'm the
like,
superior here.
I do that to you because like you're a fucking like that's how
you're a little sophomore prick.
Exactly.
Like, you don't break up with me.
So she was like furious that I was like, hey, I think I'm just gonna bow out of this one.
Okay. Like, I'm good. Yeah.
So she was really, really mad, but we had already gone to the sophomore cotillion, and we got like pictures and stuff. So like at the time, everyone would give the pictures to each other. And I guess I had maybe one of the girls like took pictures of everybody and gave me mine.
Yeah.
And she was like, we're not friends with this girl, so like you can give them to her if she wants them. Mm-hmm. So I was sitting in class and I was like, it'd be really funny. So I drew a mustache on her and all the pictures.
Classic.
It was in an envelope, and I wasn't I didn't know if I was gonna give it to her, but then I was sitting behind this girl. She was like, hey, I have class with her next period. She's like, I'll give them to her if you want.
What a psychopath.
Yeah, so I was like, actually, all right, then I am going to do it. So I drew a mustache and all, and I put him back in the envelope, and I was like, just don't say anything. Just give it to her and just let me know what happens. Yeah. So she tells me the story later that she goes to the next class, and she goes, hey, like, Brendan told me to give these to you. He said it's the pictures from, Cotillion. Mm-hmm. He just told me to pass them your way. And she goes, apparently, like, very to the whole class, like, here we go, look at him begging for me back, like, can you believe this? And it's like before she opens up the pictures yet, and he's like, oh yeah, it's exactly what I thought. Comes crawling back. Yep. Opens up the pictures like straight out of a movie and was like, what the fuck? And she went to my locker and was like gonna fight me. And I just didn't go I just like went to free period. I just never went to my locker.
I'm not gonna.
You avoided the bully.
I just ran away.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not gonna deal with this.
I just ran away.
It is always, if you ever needed to throw down with somebody in high school, you just met them at their locker. Like, they had to fucking.
Yeah, they had to show up at some point.
She was gonna try to pummel me at my locker.
Yeah,
you don't draw a mustache on me. I was like, it was funny.
It's
a mustache.
I think that's pretty funny.
We've both had some run-ins with dating some of the older women here, and even look how it all turned out. We got our hands in a couple of older pies, don't we?
That's right. That's right.
Ew.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't the best way to say that.
I could have lived without that.
Get your hand caught in the cookie jar type of thing. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think you anywhere near my cookie jar.
People say rob the cradle, and that is a really disgusting.
That's disgusting. That is a hard. Like, why is that?
I never thought about
phrase
that.
like never been
women,
revisited.
Like, I've had like former women bosses who will like say that as like a joke. Like people that Sam and I used to work with, be like, "Oh, robbing the cradle." I'm like, that's so disgusting and offensive.
Yeah,
is that literally just like what it means, like taking the baby from the like
robbing, like robbing a cradle would be like,
this is my boyfriend.
Yeah, this is
Right?
Like if I took Jack and was just like, he's mine now.
Like that's such a disgusting thought.
Yeah, that's
talk about robbing a baby.
That's disgusting.
You're calling her a pedophile.
Yeah,
is what they're calling you.
Yeah,
you.
Me,
and Sam. You and Sam are pedophiles.
Yeah, you kind of are. I mean, just imagine if you guys were dating
Clip it.
Clip that right there. Timestamp right there. You guys were dating us in high school, then we would have been in middle school.
Wait, that would have been disgusting. I think about that all the time.
You're going to your prom, and I was like getting ready for 5th grade social studies.
So gross.
Yeah, it is nice dating an older lady, though, because you guys make more money than us. You guys are more mature. Like the dating, I can't imagine dating like a much younger woman. I really can't.
Yeah.
Oh God, that'd be so tiring.
Like in terms of like the maturity.
Well, just like the draw. Like I try not to talk to Dan. Like I just like I keep to myself.
Oh yeah, you're knitting sweaters. Like
like I'm in bed for
you're collecting social
24
security,
hours like at a time.
You got a lot of benefits.
Yeah. There are, Now that I think about it, you got a pretty sweetheart of a deal there.
Yeah.
Like imagine if tonight,
I love my life. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
That's why you got all the time in the world to come on a podcast. You start your own podcast. What would you call it? Bitches Be Wildin'?
I don't know what I would call it.
I think that's already a Nick Cannon show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine if Rachel like grabbed you tonight and was like, "Hey, I want to go to like a club tonight."
That's why I was saying it's so tiring. Yeah, like you don't wear leather pants.
I have Spanx leggings.
No, but I mean not those, but you know, like the
she blew them out when she shit her pants.
I can't wear them anymore, but I had them.
I'm talking about the ones that are now like in style where they're like parachute looking pants.
Oh, no. But even like when we first started dating, like we really go out to bars or like I was over that.
That's true. Even in my young 20s, I was not interested in doing any of that stuff.
Yeah, but I wasn't in my young 20s, but
you were already in your like early 40s at that point. Yeah,
I was. How old was I?
I think 39.
I'm 36. I was 27.
Oh Jesus! Really? Yeah. I was fresh out of college.
I was 27 or 28. Like,
well, that's now you look at you. Oh my God, that's so young.
It's so young.
Yeah.
But like by that point, like I was like not. That was not my life. I went like I partied in college and like.
I feel the same
and like
way.
my young 20s, and then I was just like, oh, like I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I kind of felt like the same way. Like in high school, I partied so much. By the time I got to college, I was kind of like. Not over drinking, but I was kind of like, I did the craziness of that in high school. And then, still drank and partied in college. But then after college, I was like, well, I'm kind of done with that a little. Like, I got a lot of it out of the way early. By the time I was like 24, I was like, met Sam. I was like, I'm ready to settle down.
Yeah, you're like, I'm done. Yeah.
What? How much time does it say on there? I just don't want it to stop recording.
4 hours. No, 57 minutes.
Okay, so we got like 20 minutes left.
Okay.
So let me get into the next news article here because we're all big fans of scientific discoveries.
We never finished talking about Wendy's. By the way.
There's more to that story. How much longer? How many times can you shit your pants?
I mean the why we brought up Wendy's.
Why did we bring it up?
Wendy's?
Because of the surge pricing that they're going to start doing in 2025.
So they're doing surge pricing in 2025 where they charge more.
They'll
like
charge more during like their busier times. So it's kind of like what Uber does. It's called dynamic pricing.
That's so
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah.
That's so fucking insane.
But now they're going to say like, oh, well, if you come at off hour, I'm going to be at Wendy's at 3 a.m. getting shit. But
they're doing all this stuff to kind of feel like they're creating like better, like speedier service. Like you have DoorDash, you have all these things
That's
now.
how they hide it all. Yeah.
But it's also making stuff way worse where it's like if you go to a Wendy's now or a Chick-fil-A and you try to just go in and order food to a person, it takes you're the only person in there, but they have 50 mobile orders in front of you. And you're like, I can't just speak to a person on the phone now because you got to talk to a robot. No. You can't just go to a place and say, I'd like a sandwich, please. Like, it's making things more annoying.
Everything is
just
so complicated.
Across the board, with technology advancing, they're figuring out how to advance it that makes it worse for us.
Yeah.
Worse for the user, but they try and paint it like, oh, no, it's good that we're scanning your retinas at TSA when you go into an airport because you get to skip the line. And it's like, but no, now you're getting a hold of my retina scans and going to do God knows what with it.
But then you're still waiting in line to get your retina scanned. So, like, you're still in a line.
Yeah, but that's keeping you in a line, but it's like with less interaction with people where it's like you're not sitting down at restaurants as much anymore where it's like food's just being delivered directly to your doorstep. You have the option to go like don't even fucking knock, just throw it in the window and don't even look at me. It's like they don't want us talking to each other.
No, not at all.
No, and this is why I'm doing everything like it's such an old man. I will call a place and ask for delivery or pickup. I'm doing the old school way, not getting any of the apps or whatever, just based on principle.
But you can't even you can't even call a pizza place anymore and get delivery from the pizza place. Like it goes through a third party. Like it's Chinese. It's ridiculous.
It drives me crazy where it's like you cannot just pick up the phone and speak to a human being and go, I would like this.
Yeah.
How can we make this happen? It takes way longer.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. So I'm not going to go to Wendy's if that's the thing. I'll take my diarrhea elsewhere. So
the fact that they are Ubering Wendy's is like, how bad are things getting?
I've never used any of those apps. You use them all the time, but like, I don't trust the guy that like barely got approved and has to like go around doing Uber driving. Like anybody with a pulse can be an Uber Eats driver. I don't trust him bringing my food because most of the time they're posting photos on Instagram of them eating people's chicken nuggets. So it's like, I don't want fucking like any like
strangers'
random
fingers in my food.
Yeah, look at Amazon too. Those people don't work for Amazon. They're third-party delivery services that work for Amazon. So like all these people just delivering your packages.
And now they're punishing you because like, hey, we're super busy, so we're going to charge you more. It's like we already get punished when that's crazy because we have to wait longer when you're super busy.
Yeah.
So now not only do you have to wait long like we always have been, but now you're going to charge me more to just get a fucking 6-piece nugget.
Right. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It is fucking getting out of control.
It's absurd.
Yeah. You know what's not absurd, though, is the scientific discovery made in the marine biology area of the world here. So, first ever photos were taken of humpback whales having sex. And guess what? It involves 2 males. So, first time ever, and here's some photos of it. One mounting the other, a little hump in action going on.
Wow.
Okay, that was my...
penis? Is that the penis?
No, you can't really see the
Does their whole penis go inside the whale? Because, like, whale dicks are... big.
Yeah, you don't say.
They're
whale dick. It's in the name.
Yeah, it's a whale of a dick.
Yeah.
Like
they actually. I did read into this and looked at a lot of research on whale dick, and they sheathe their penises like a sword, and then when they bring them out, they really let them all out.
like a circumcised penis.
Yeah, it's kind of like
one
hiding
big
inside of a flap. Yeah, so they call this that they wanted a species of whale. They like their privacy because humans have never discovered or really had
That was
any.
my question. How have we never? We've seen all these other whales getting it on, but specifically the humpback, we've never had any recording.
But yeah, they have no recorded history of it, and they said this image is the first for humpback whales. They've been the most studied species of whale, but they like their privacy when it comes to Netflix and krill.
I have a question about their anatomy though. Like, so you're a whale and you're having sex. Like,
oh hell yeah,
this
it is right there.
This is how like
That's the penis.
Yeah, there's the.
Yeah, but where's
That
their
looks
vagina?
like a baby whale.
Yeah, it
Where
almost is.
Can I see that?
I don't know where the vagina is because it's two males. It's going into the other ass.
Okay, but like, where's the ass?
I don't know. What's the blowhole
Oh,
used
is
for?
it? They go in
Yeah.
on the side. Look at its little fins holding its body.
It's so cute.
That's so cute.
Let me get to the kicker of the fucking story.
That's so intimate.
It is. It's very intimate.
Well, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to go.
No, I don't think it's supposed to go that way. But it's the first time. Unfortunately, what it says is that one of the whales appeared to have been injured by a ship strike. Not only that, but its body language indicated that it may not have been a willing participant. So
some guy just sat and watched a whale get raped and was like, he doesn't seem to be into this.
Isn't that like the remember Seinfeld, like how it ended with the
I don't remember a whale rape episode.
that whale getting raped for the first time on
What's
camera.
the deal with that?
What's the deal with humpback rape?
You never see the humpbacks having sex, do you?
No, like when they're watching the guy get mugged when they're in Massachusetts. What was that? The Good Samaritan law.
Yeah.
Like there was no Good Samaritan like intervention there. Like no one called the whale police.
No, it was just
guess.
David Attenborough in a scuba suit narrating a whale rape.
Just Steve Irwin going, oh, fuck.
He's dead.
Yeah, but it's the only guy I can think of.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah, do a reenactment. If Steve Irwin from the grave was...
That's how he died. He got stabbed with a whale dick. I think.
Yeah, it was actually so embarrassing. They said, actually, no, it's just a stingray with a stinger.
Got me in the chest.
So now do a Steve Irwin coming from the grave narrating a whale rape.
Oh, God. I don't know.
That's a lot of pressure.
This is the craziest whose line is it anyway?
Crikey. That's the best I got.
That's all you can say. That's all you can say.
I mean, that's the only reaction for that situation, to be honest. So shout out to all the humpback whale enthusiasts out there.
Yeah, I wonder, like, how are they getting privacy out there? They just,
They go deep down in the ocean. Yeah, there's a lot of humpback whales in the Jersey area in the fall. So I wonder if we can go out and try and witness some of it. You got me my kayak for Christmas.
I got you a kayak.
All of a sudden, Dan's into whale watching.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I'm not seeing. Oh, here we go.
Hey.
I'm out there on my kayak giving
Rach,
tours.
you got to see this. Holy hell.
Could you imagine me in a scuba suit? Or not even a scuba suit.
Yes, I could.
Yeah, very much so.
In my t-shirt and shorts, out in the ocean, just swimming and just...
You would swim in a t-shirt.
You're going to be the first guy to get raped by a humpback.
Yeah.
Swimming too close.
I don't think humans have been raped by dolphins, though, right?
Yes.
I think,
That's been a common occurrence. So what is it with the rape in the marine biology? Why is this?
I don't know. That was also...
I swam with the dolphins. It was pretty crazy.
I thought I was going to go in a completely other direction.
The very first episode
it was
of
completely
King of the Hill.
platonic.
It was completely consensual, too.
It was consensual.
Yeah.
Well, I don't actually, because like they're trained. You go and
it could have been foreplay.
They ran the train on you?
They did run a train. So what they did is they have two dolphins. They come behind me.
Yep.
And they put both of their noses or beaks on both of the bottom of your feet, and they push you out of the water, and you glide across the water.
I don't like that.
Like a goddamn king, like you're Jesus.
I don't like that.
I know it felt amazing, but then also kind of creepy at the same time.
I like how you said
start giggling.
I would. It would tickle my feetsies.
Yeah.
But I like how you said their beaks. It was probably their penises. They were probably upside down.
Ew! Stop doing that. Ew.
Did you just see them?
No, stop jiggling when you do
Why was that your best impression yet?
That is, I've let loose a few impressions on this show, and they've been nowhere near mediocre. But this one,
fuck.
fuck, the dolphin rape, like, I could do it. It's
I don't like that.
It comes natural. You know what I don't like? We're up for grabs on a number of bad boys this week. This is my final article. Let me see if I can sneak it in here. Not only do we have some bad broads, bad gay boys, we got a Panera Bread CEO got his company exempt from California's new $20 minimum wage law because he donated to Gavin Newsom's campaign. So basically what happens, California institutes a law. It's called the Fast Food Accountability and Standards Recovery Act, aimed at giving fast food workers $20 an hour, right? So there was a very small, unusual carve-out that exempted chains that bake bread and sell it as a standalone item.
So they're like a bakery.
They are considered a bakery because they bake bread and they sell it. So now they're exempt from paying employees $20 an hour. The guy that owns Panera Bread went to high school with Gavin Newsom, and he also donates to his campaign a shit ton. So they basically had this entire bill that's just like, this is the Fast Food Accountability Act. We're going to get down to it, except for these places, you know,
because it's his buddy.
Because it's his buddy, and he's like, now you don't have to do it, but everybody else, just because you sell bread. Like, they got a very specific, like...
Wow, old Gavin really does not play by the rules.
No.
I feel like he's like should be the mayor of Gotham City. Like he's a fucking he's a real
he's swarmy.
Yeah. He is a bad boy. That's a bad boy move right there. I kind of respect it, but in the general glimpse of society, it's pretty terrible.
He was like also the guy during the COVID lockdowns that was like, hey, everyone's got to be inside. Then you catch him at a restaurant and he's like hanging out with everybody with no mask on.
He was having dinner parties in Mexico, I think, with just friends casually, and he's like, he's one of those politicians that is doesn't practice
the rules don't apply.
It's so blatantly obvious that it becomes kind of funny.
Yeah. But I'm waiting for him to take over, like Biden's thing, or he's going to slip right in there. Like, he's making all the.
I don't know who else it would be. Yeah, he's probably the next guy, I guess.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But dude, what is with the focus on fast food too?
I don't know.
It's because it's so fucking expensive. That's why I wanted to bring it up with Wendy's. You can go and order a fucking Dave's Double, just the sandwich, and it's $23. Like, and
if it's so expensive, it's like, why don't you guys start to just make this healthy and like good quality food?
Well, that's the thing. But you know, now they're never going to go backwards. Once they were able to have inflation and COVID and all this stuff happen,
it's only going to get
it's only going to get worse. Inflation's going down, but they're still going to do this because it doesn't come out until 2025.
Right.
That's when they're going to start implementing it.
Yeah, but historically in the restaurant food service industry, prices don't go down. They don't, like you see it with chicken wings right now. The price of chicken has gone through the floor. Like, it's way down, but you still see if you want to get 10 wings anywhere, it's $25.
And then that just continues to get higher because your point that it doesn't come down, and it's not like they continue to increase our wages like substantially like that.
That's the problem. Wages are like this. Everything else is like
you don't
this.
see a huge flare up in our wages like within a year.
Yeah.
Like, you don't be like, holy shit, dude. Like, my just went up 20% for no reason.
Yeah. And that's why we're all going to be selling ourselves for sex within the next 5 years. The general theme of this episode is that society is the Titanic sinking, and we're at the point where the band is playing.
I just don't think that some snot-nosed little prick should be making $20 an hour. Like, we're like a 15-year-old. Like, you don't need to be making $20 for what?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people that are trying to make it their full-time gig.
Well, but there should be like
you got to raise other people's
salaries and too. Like, some people, like, they have to support themselves somehow, and they're older, they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, like, and so maybe like that makes sense for them to be making $20 an hour. But like some 15-year-old little prick like should not be making $20 an hour.
It was $7.25 when I used to make minimum wage when I was a teenager.
Back in my day, it was like $5.25.
Yeah, when I started lifeguarding, it was $6.50, and then Wawa it was like $8.50 or $9.
Yeah,
and you'd work like a 10-hour day.
Yeah,
you come back.
I worked at Dairy Queen, like would work 12-hour shifts, making $7 an hour.
Got a couple of Dairy Queens in this. Man, is that the title of the ep? Dairy Queens?
Yeah, a couple Dairy Queens.
It's either that or Housewives.
Apparently, Rachel doesn't handle her dairy so well anymore.
No, she is not a bit of a Dairy Queen.
No, I'm not allowed to have no, I can have Frosties. I can't have what are the McDonald's ones?
Oh,
McFlurries.
Yeah, those are hard to find though. They're very rare because you don't have a machine.
Yeah, the ice cream machine never works.
You can't even go to any of these fast food places anymore. I tried to like drive into the Wendy's off of the Black Horse Pike that's like right before my house.
Yeah.
And like you go there and they'll just be like, "Nah, man, we ain't open."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Why
you're in here? Who's in here?"
I'm like, "It's 7 p.m."
Yeah.
They'll just be like, "Nope, we're not working tonight."
It's all carryover from COVID. Remember when no bars? What bars are even open till 2 a.m. anymore? That's not even a thing.
Yeah, it's really not. not.
Everything changed and it's not going back. And this is why people historically will be like, you can't give them an inch because they're going to take a mile.
Yeah.
And then they close our bars.
It's a great point.
Early,
Dan.
and they're never going back. Every once in a while, once in a blue moon.
I would genuinely vote for you in office, Dan.
I'm running for county alderman. This is my announcement speech right here.
What's an alderman?
Yeah, are you like a giant altar boy?
Like
or?
Adderall?
I would pay money to be an altar boy again. Yeah, back with Father Ryan. Actually, he killed himself Christmas Eve. Did I ever tell you my priest in school?
Yeah, I've heard. Get some new material. I've heard that one before.
We didn't even get to talk about the conspiracy with that Kate Middleton bitch, but she's probably going to be on Real Housewives.
She's locked in a dungeon somewhere.
But yeah,
for sure.
County alderman is like a like councilman type of person. Works at the county level. You know, Camden County Superior Court. I'll be down in Camden working.
Do you think that those guys like actually can make a difference?
No,
and that's a genuine question.
No.
I honestly don't. Like,
no, because there's sometimes where I'm like, I should be voting, but if I'm gonna vote, maybe is that where I should be focusing more of my efforts versus the fucking president?
Yeah.
Where it's like
that's what I'm looking at. It's like, yeah, you vote locally. It is important.
Like that might be more important.
It is. It'll affect you a lot more directly.
That's what I'm wondering.
But like, am I going to vote for Frank that lives in the fucking rancher across the street? Why do I think he's got all the
trust
ideas?
him more than Biden.
Oh yeah, for being like more down to earth and actually for the people of his town. Absolutely.
Well, because I feel like someone that gets into local council genuinely is like, hey, like I want to get in to fix a couple of things specific. Like I want to actually make some change.
Yeah.
I got some ideas, and I'm running on legalized prostitution and mushrooms. That's what we're running into 2020.
My name's Joe Exotic. I am gay. I have a drug addiction, and I'm running for state governor.
Yeah, we'll leave them on that right there. What do you got coming? You got another re-up show coming up, right?
Yes, May 18th is going to be the next one. I'm dropping the lineup soon, but it's going to be a really good one. We have all new people that have never been on the show before. May 18th. I'm going to drop that soon, so keep an eye out on Instagram for that so you can get your tickets. Facebook, I'll post it on there too. Otherwise, I don't think I have anything coming up. Oh, we have John and Matt's show in Collingswood this Saturday.
That's right.
I think it might be sold out, but come by, check it out if you can anyways, because hopefully they keep running those in the future.
That'd be nice.
And yeah, otherwise just check out Instagram, Brendan Donegan Comedy.
Hell yeah.
South Jersey Bad Boys.
I got a pretty fun March coming up with
fuck yeah.
Out in Ardmore, another Brian Kiley. Remember we were with him last summer?
Yeah, B. Kai.
Yeah, B. Kai. Conan said writer with him out on Friday in Ardmore, the 15th. The 16th down at Tucker's in LBI for a little St. Patrick's Day weekend funsies. And then the 20th, we're doing a distillery in Tom's River. That's all on my Instagram, and find all the dates and stuff there. But yeah, be cooking. You can find Rachel in a bathroom near you, probably. Check your local Wawa bathrooms, Wendy's bathrooms.
Yeah, her paying cash at Wendy's.
What else do you have coming up on your calendar? Anything fun and exciting?
Our wedding anniversary is next month.
Is it?
4 whole years.
Oh,
14th.
The 14th, the 15th, and 16th. Shit, I got everything that week.
You are booked and busy.
And you know what you're doing in March as well? We're going to see William Joel at the Madison Square Garden.
Oh,
yeah.
Dan's so
Sir
thoughtful.
William Joel?
Yeah.
I've been talking about it for months.
That's awesome.
And Dan got me tickets for Christmas, which is so nice.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we're really excited. That'll be fun. Other than that, I will be in bed.
In bed or in the bathroom.
Yep.
That's the way she lives.
The two B's.
Yeah.
Airbnb.
So Rach B&B.
Let's go.
Hey!
Wow. Rachel will probably be at an open mic sometime nearby too. So keep an eye out for her. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Later.